In this step, we're just going to verify that we have the proper amount of feed pressure going into our pump, and we can double check what our vacuum level is of the newly installed PIAB. This just gives us a good baseline that we can refer to in the future once the PIAB's been in production for a while. So each PIAB is typically supplied with a regulator, and this is our main air regulator. So this supplies the feed pressure to the vacuum pump. The vacuum pump operates between 58 and 87 psi. For max performance, we want to be close to that 87 psi feed pressure. And then also we have a vacuum line hooked up. If you take a look at the pump here, you can see that negative sign, so that's our vacuum port. So all we do is we just plumb a gauge into that port, and then we can monitor the vacuum level of the PIAB whenever we want. And this can be mounted wherever you want. All you have to do is extend the tubing. There's also a pressure port here, which I've also attached a gauge to, but you can also monitor the pressure on the regulator that you are using. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to start the PIAB again. We're going to double check that our pressure is close to that 87 psi, and then we're going to look at the vacuum gauge just to make sure that we're pulling 0 inches of mercury. So we'll start the PIAB up. So here's our vacuum gauge. So 0 inches, which is what we want for a new filter. And then here's our feed pressure. So it looks like feed pressure is good. It's right around 90 psi, which is what we want for max. So now we can shut the PIAB off again, and then we can move on to the next step.